Hello, beautiful ladies. Welcome back to the Renaissance Woman of Style. For those of you who do not already know who I am and what I am all about, my name is Tanya J, and I am a certified image consultant, personal stylist, and transformation life coach. I help amazing, ambitious women such as yourselves to completely transform your life from the old to the new. I help you to align the new look, the new image, the new personal brand that you are cultivating for yourself wherever you are in the season of life that you are currently going through, and have that match the desired transformation that you are seeking on the outside. Whatever it is that you are reorganizing, revamping within your professional or personal life, I am here to support you and coach you through that process. I specifically work with entrepreneurs and women who are in the corporate sector to help you create a powerful personal brand through your visual style and also through your presence. And that includes your etiquette and how you are perceived visually through the eyes of your clients, audience, whoever it is that you come across in your day-to-day professional life. I am here to help you with that. If you would like to learn more about me, you can check out my website, which is now officially up, and that is the Renaissance Woman of Style. So today we are going to be getting into the second style personality, and that is of the Bohemian Woman of Style. So there's a bit to get into with this particular style personality, because if you resonate with this particular style personality, you are a woman who is free-spirited. You are a very natural style personality. However, there's a little bit of a rebel within you, and that all comes from the background story of the Bohemian fashion era. So there's a lot more to just resonating with this particular style type or style personality, as I like to say. Your image, your visual personal brand is always visually communicating to people who you are and what you are all about. And today we are going to be getting into the Bohemian Woman of Style. So let's get into it. So when we think about the Bohemian era or the emergence of the style type or style personality of the Bohemian woman or the boho chic look, we often associate it to the 60s and 70s, which is accurate. However, the roots, the first emergence of the Bohemian era actually came out of a social movement between the 1820s and the 1840s. And this happened shortly thereafter the French Revolution. Now, many people in society, more so the common people, middle to poorer class people, were quite upset, irritated, annoyed with the progression of the bourgeoisie during this time in society. And there was a lot of pushback against how the bourgeoisie were continually growing and the upper class was moving progressively along, while the middle class to poorer class within society were kind of just set at a certain level within society. There was no progressive movement for them, and there was no real opportunities. A lot of the flamboyance and the opulence during this time was not reciprocated back by certain people within society who were like, you know what, enough is enough. We are tired of the flamboyance. We are tired of the opulence, of the spending of money on exuberant shows of materialistic growth in society, when there is more to living life. There is more to being part of a society where the poorer class or the middle class was not accepted into or was often overlooked. And because of this social unrest that was taking place among the lower middle class and poorer class within society around this time, a counterculture was gaining momentum. is during this time that we start to see artists, poets, intellectuals, and writers emerge out of this counterculture movement. And what they were advocating for was independence, to be unique in one's own talent and not to be underneath the bourgeoisie of this time. Now, you also have to remember this was a strong rejection, as I stated before, of the bourgeoisie class and values around this time. A lot of individuals, such as writers and artists and intellectuals, which I'll get into a little bit later in this video, had much more to say in terms about how the people, the common everyday people, were being treated. And this is all expressed through the art that came out around this time, the poetry that came out this time, the intellectual ideologies of this time, and yes, the fashion and style aesthetic of the Bohemian movement during this time as well. So a notable sub-movement that was taking place within the broader counterculture during the era of the Bohemian movement towards the late 1840s was that of the pre-Raphaelite Brotherhood. Now, this is a subgroup of gentlemen who were staunchly against the antiquated status quo of the Royal Academy. Now, the pre-Raphaelite Brotherhood originally started in 1848, and they shook up the art world during the Bohemian era. It was led by, as I just mentioned, young rebels such as Dante Gabriel Rossetti, Jean Everett Malaz. Excuse me if I'm pronouncing his last name incorrectly. These artists were daring enough to challenge the powerful and traditional Royal Academy. Now, this was a big deal during this time because the pre-Raphaelite Brotherhood went against what the artists of the time during the Royal Academy was known for. They ditched the boring, stuffy, antiquated traditions for bold colors, super detailed nature scenes, and romantic stories from old tales and books that we have all come to admire as classics, such as The Tempest and Ophelia. Such beautiful artistic pieces of work was the direction of this new sub-movement within the art world. What I also loved about these beautiful paintings of this era was its ethereal depiction of beautiful women, such as the one depicted here that I've chosen for you guys is that of Jane Burden, who ultimately became the muse of many of the men who founded the pre-Raphaelite Brotherhood. She was known for her unique looks and long flowing dark hair, and she became the poster girl for their idea of beauty. Now, what I was drawn to in terms of this specific type of art is the contrast of colors and how beautifully detailed each art piece was during this time. The pre-Raphaelites didn't just change painting, they also influenced poetry and design too, as we know it today, which left a huge mark on the 19th century art and culture with the rule of going against the status quo. And basically, as I started out this video, being a rebel for a cause, advocating for one's unique identity rather than falling in line with the status quo and only focusing on materialism to the point where it was not becoming of a society that wanted to grow and expand and be its own unique individual, much like what the Bohemian style personality is very much resonant with. So as you can see in these photos, Jane is wearing very loose clothing. She is not in the typical hourglass
overly opulent materials of the time. She's very relaxed, exuding a strong feminine energy. And what I also love about these art pieces of this era is that it's not too opulent, it's not too over dramatic. And if you take a moment to observe the style and fabric that is detailed in these art pieces, they are flowing, they are not constricted and tight and bound to the body. It's very loose, it's very flowing, much like the Bohemian style personality as well. Accessories are draped very nicely, the hair is flowing. It very much aligns with everything that the Bohemian era was founded upon in its early inception.
So I just want to go back and reference a very important aspect of the Bohemian era, and this has to do with the Romani people. Now, the Romani people are a specific subset of ethnic individuals who live in a certain part of Czech Republic. The Romani people have contributed quite a bit to the Bohemian era in terms of its aesthetic, the energy, and they are also referred to as the Romani gypsies. Now, I do not like to use the term gypsies because, in my personal opinion, it is a pejorative description or characterization of an ethnic group of people. And the way that Western society has portrayed these people, although it may be affiliated to their culture, has been over westernized, over commercialized, and I just don't think it gave due justice to the original Bohemian energy aesthetic. So we are going to refer to these individuals as the nomadic Romani people of the Czech Republic, and who are also spread out through other parts of the world. So the Romani people play an important part within the Bohemian fashion and style aesthetic of this era and the way that it is interpreted visually today, due to the fact that they are a nomadic set of people who are spread out throughout the world. They are also known for their music and dance and just their flair of culture and their type of lifestyle, which is very nomadic. Now, in the 60s and 70s, as we saw the Bohemian era start to reemerge during this time, a lot of artists and intellectuals and singers refer to themselves as being free-spirited individuals. They're just going with the flow, just going with the vibes, the whole hippie vibe of the 60s and 70s when we think about Janis Joplin and other notable singers that we are going to get into later on in this video. That is the style aesthetic that is often associated with the Bohemian style type or style personality. However, the reason why I wanted to give you a little bit of an introduction to the roots, the emergence of the Bohemian era, is because this was based out of a counterculture movement. There was a lot of unrest happening within society between the lower, middle, and poorer class within the French society, which ultimately spread throughout other parts of the world and was soon adopted as a counter movement to a lot of injustice that was happening within the world. So as an image consultant and personal stylist, when I'm working with my clients, it is so very important for me to have that one-on-one time with you, because I want to know what drives you to resonate with a particular style personality. And it's naturally going to come through your own energy, your own vibes, the way that you present yourself. When I'm sitting down with you and we're doing a style audit and I'm getting to know you and getting to know what your goals and aspirations and desires are within life. What is it that you stand for? What are your values? And from that, I can get a pretty good idea of which style personality resonates best with you. So I say that because if you resonate with the Bohemian style personality, you have a very unique, natural, easy flowing energy and vibe about you. And this is not to stereotype any particular type of people, but you will find individuals who resonate, who authentically resonate with this style personality. They don't just go through a phase of wearing the trend for the moment or for a particular season. This is who they are. This is how they dress. You know, when you hear the name Sienna Miller or Kate Moss or Zoe Kravitz, these sort of celebrity individuals who resonate with this particular style personality definitely exude this type of energy. So let's move on to the style aesthetic and energy of this particular style personality. So before we get into the actual style and energy elements of this particular style personality, I wanted to do a fun timeline review of the evolution of the Bohemian style personality. So we have gone through the historical importance of the Bohemian style personality, the roots, the foundation of this particular era of time where the Bohemian aesthetic and energy first emerged from. And now let's see how it has evolved and how it has influenced history as we go through different eras of the Bohemian style personality. So let's first start with the hippie days of the 1960s and the 1970s. Now, if you are a hippie flower child, you will be very familiar with certain icons such as Janis Joplin and Stevie Nicks and Betty Davis, Jimi Hendrix, and those sort of folk icons who are very much integrated into the Bohemian lifestyle. It's not only about the actual fashion aesthetic, but it was a lifestyle. So if you resonate with fringe and flowy material, eclectic accessories, rings and feathers in your earrings and in your hat, flowy flower prints and tie-dye and felt hats, those sort of unique accessories that allow you to individualize who you are and what you are all about, definitely is a part of the hippie era between the 60s and 70s. And also, let's not forget about the 1990s, the blend of grunge and also the blend of boho elements as well. So we're thinking about slip dresses and floral prints and combat boots, which have recently made a resurgence over the past couple of years. Influential celebrities who definitely resonated with this particular time of the Bohemian style is that of Drew Barrymore. We cannot forget Winona Ryder. I absolutely loved Winona Ryder in the early 1990s. I absolutely love the style of Rachel True from The Craft. She not only emulated this particular style personality quite well in the movie The Craft, but this is who she is in everyday life. If you Google Rachel True, you will know that this particular grunge blend of Bohemian style also resonates with her as well, and she is very much a 90s icon of this particular style personality. Then we get into the early 2000s, and this is a little bit more of a streamlined influence of the boho style, which is also known as boho chic, boho elegance. And this is where we see actresses such as Sienna Miller and Kate Moss start to emerge in the 2000s. So peasant blouses, maxi skirts, layered jewelry, that whole trend back in the early 2000s of layered necklaces. I didn't wear mine today because I thought it would be too much with my rings, but the whole trend of layered necklaces, which are still very much in style today, came out during this time. And festivals such as Coachella, who can forget Coachella? And the whole Bohemian lifestyle was very much commercialized through Coachella. When you hear Coachella, you know that it's festival season, festival outfits, and channeling the energy and the aesthetic of the Bohemian style personality. As we move into the 2010s, we have higher end brand labels and designers blending in boho elements into their trends per season. So one season it may be floral maxi dresses that were all the rage a couple of summers ago, or it may be brown slouchy boots that are making a comeback for a particular season. And then we have the subcategory emergence of boho glam, boho elegance, boho romantic. And this is why, again, it is so important that you understand the core foundation of what your particular style personality is. Because as we go through this style personality series here on the Renaissance Woman of Style channel, you will notice that there are certain style personalities that may intersect with other style personalities. So in the first part of this style personality series, I did a review of the energy and aesthetic of the romantic style personality, but there are subcategories of the romantic style personality as well. There may be the romantic boho style personality, the romantic elegant style personality, the natural romantic woman of style. It all intersects. However, we all have a core dominant style personality that is true to us and that which we resonate with on a permanent basis, and we draw certain elements from other style personalities from time to time. So please keep that in mind as we go through the style personalities. I want you to start picking up on certain patterns that you tend to resonate with, but is there a specific underlying core element of your style personality that is consistent with who you are, that is consistent with your energy, that is consistent with your lifestyle, and that is most importantly consistent with your values as well? And the 2020s, as we know it now, sustainable boho elements. So there is a re-emergence of many individuals and influencers who are at the forefront of sustainable fashion, not being pulled into the trend of paying thousands of dollars for a designer bag or thousands of dollars for a designer outfit or shoes or accessories, whatever it is, but more so a rejection of overpriced items that have a designer label on it. Not that anything's wrong with it. If you can afford it, kudos to you. But there is a growing progressive movement right now where a lot of individuals are saying, no, I reject that. I don't have to spend thousands of dollars every year just to say that I am trending or to be part of a specific social group or have a social standing if I have a particular designer bag or a particular designer coat or whatever it is. The new counter movement, and it's not really new, it's just hearkening back to the original foundations and roots of the Bohemian movement back in the 1820s and 1840s, which was very much about being against what was trending, what was more acceptable to a certain group of people within society, but not accessible to another lower status group of people within society. And that is how the sustainable boho movement has come about. So it is all about ethically produced fashion. And then we cannot forget about the more trendy, recent adoptions of the Bohemian style personality, which is harkening back to the Y2K, and also the cottage core, which has elements and inspirations of the Bohemian style personality. So now let's get into specific core elements of this particular style personality. What is the aesthetic, the visual energy of the Bohemian woman of style? So when we think of core elements of the Bohemian style personality or the Bohemian woman of style, when she steps into a room, she is chill, she is casual, she is well put together, and not a lot of fuss. She's not overly glammed up, she's not overly polished. She is just effortless in the way that she presents herself. So we're thinking flowy dresses, flowy fabrics such as cotton, sometimes silk, sometimes linen, but a fusion of those particular fabrics works well with this particular style personality. We're thinking about layered jewelry, as I spoke about before. So layered necklaces is a big one for this particular style personality if you resonate with it. Also, natural beaded necklaces also work with this particular style personality. Brown, suede, tan, earthy colors are very much a part of this style personality as well. If you are a Bohemian woman of style, you cannot go a fall season without a good brown suede boho bag or clutch bag. Felt hats are also a major key element of this particular style personality as well. Vintage handcrafted accessories as well. So vintage earrings with a unique design to it or an ethnic flair to it. But as I say that, I just want to put a caution of styling out there for those women who resonate with this particular style personality is not to overdo the whole ethnic portion of this style personality. And what I mean by that is please do not misappropriate certain ethnic, cultural, unique design elements if they don't resonate with you. If you do not have a particular resonance with a ethnic style element that you are wearing for this particular style personality, don't wear it just to say that you're wearing it, because it comes off as very gimmicky and very fake. However, including your own ethnic culture in terms of accessories and prints into this particular style personality, if you authentically resonate with it, is the best way to enhance and amplify the energy of this particular style personality, because it belongs to you, it belongs to your heritage, and naturally you're going to gravitate towards it. So I just wanted to put that out there. And also statement accessories. So as I'm wearing this lovely turquoise statement ring that I got from Cuba when I was there a few years ago, I absolutely loved that trip. And also this bracelet as well that I'm wearing, I got this from Cuba a few years ago when I was there as well. So the Bohemian style aesthetic, it's an eclectic aesthetic of pulling in different elements of who you are into your overall visual presentation, but doing so from a meaningful way, not from a gimmicky, fake, misappropriated way, but in a way that resonates with who you are as a Bohemian woman of style. And other fabrics that are quite resonant with this particular style personality is wool, crochet, macrame, vintage lace, not a elegant polished kind of lace, but vintage lace works really well with this particular style personality. As I mentioned before, suede and leather, velvet and silk. And I love silk that is not the pristine fabric of silk, but a vintage, worn kind of look to the silk really works beautifully with this style personality. So patterns and prints, we're looking at floral prints, paisley, tie-dye, as I mentioned before, geometric tribal patterns, animal prints, ikat prints, and patchwork as well. Colors, as I mentioned before, anything that is earthy, anything that belongs to Mother Nature and her beautiful tapestry of colors works beautifully with this particular style personality. Muted natural colors and occasional hints of bright colors here and there. As I mentioned in my color branding series, you can do 80% of your primary colors from your signature color palette, and then 20% of your accent colors in your accessories, your nail polish, your makeup. So again, your accent colors are just those colors from your signature color palette that you find are too bright, too overpowering, but you would love to incorporate into certain hints of your outfit. And that is a great rule to follow. If you want to experiment with bright colors for this particular style personality, but you're not sure how to incorporate those colors, you can just do a pop of color on your ring, a pop of color on your nails, or on your lipstick as well. And back to accessories. So as I mentioned before, layered necklaces, oversized sunglasses. How can I forget the popular oversized sunglasses, which Nicole Richie is well known for, Lenny Kravitz is well known for. You cannot resonate with this particular style personality and not be drawn to the circular round glasses and the oversized sunglasses. Statement belts and also anklet boots. You cannot forget the anklet boots, slouchy boots as well in brown, mocha brown, chocolate brown. Just remember the earthy colors work quite beautifully with this particular style personality. So if you have gone through my color branding series and you fall, let's say, into the clear winter woman of style and your colors are quite stark, they're very vivid, they're very crisp and bold and jewel tone, you're going to want to look for the most natural earthy colors from your particular color branding imprint. And if you haven't watched my color branding series, what are you waiting for? That is the first pillar in pulling together your visual branding, is knowing what your signature colors are. And I have created a free mini course on how to choose your best colors, and you can check that out on the playlist. And again, if you are not comfortable with choosing your best colors, or you have an idea of what you think your best colors are but you're not sure, I also offer my color branding imprint consultations, which are now open for the fall winter season. So you may want to check that out as well, and I will link to that below this video. And let's not forget about the silhouette of the Bohemian woman of style. Now, I differ quite a bit from other image consultants and personal stylists who base their client style personality off of their body shape and their facial features. Yes, there is some key determinants as to what style personality would best suit you based on your body shape and key elements of your facial features. However, as I stated throughout the romantic style personality video, your style personality will most authentically resonate with you and those you come in contact with visually based upon how you energetically resonate with a particular style personality. So as I describe the silhouette of this particular style personality, I don't want you to feel because perhaps you are a very tall, slender woman who would more commercially be better categorized as a artistic dramatic woman of style doesn't mean that you can't tap into the bohemian style aesthetic. It's just knowing how to utilize silhouettes or create silhouettes with what you were born with to be able to effortlessly wear this particular style personality in your everyday clothing. So you want to think about creating a flowy, relaxed shape. So outfits that you will gravitate towards are not going to be clingy. They're not going to give you a buxom hourglass figure like that of the romantic woman of style. You're more so going to gravitate towards flowy, easy, non-constricting materials such as linen, such as silk, such as cotton. Those sort of materials are going to resonate with you the most. Maxi dresses and maxi skirts are definitely priority on your style to-do list if you are in the process of revamping your particular look as we head into the year of 2025. Layered looks, so wearing like a beautiful jean jacket with a flowy blouse underneath it and a pair of, let's say, wide-legged pants and a great pair of ankle boots layered with a lovely side bag such as a brown boho bag or a clutch bag, and then popping in a beautiful pair of shell earrings to bring out the vibe of the bohemian woman of style. As I just mentioned, wide-legged pants, palazzo pants, off-the-shoulder blouses and dresses really work well with this particular style personality. And again, if you are super slender and you're not a fan of, let's say, your shoulders, or you're not a fan of your very slim arms, or let's say you are a more thicker, curvier woman and you want to show off your shoulders, there are ways that you can style your body, and that's going to be another style series that I'm going to be getting into, is how to style different body types to resonate with these particular style personalities. But I don't want to jump ahead of myself, but just knowing that if you are a curvier, thicker woman, that it's going to be based off of the type of material that you're utilizing to wear off the shoulder. Or if you happen to be a taller, slender woman, again, it's going to be based off of the material, how low off the shoulder you're going to be wearing that particular blouse or maxi dress, and how it is suited to your specific unique body type, because we all have a specific unique body type, and it's just knowing how to utilize fabric and patterns to camouflage and create the silhouette and energy of a particular style personality. And also peasant blouses. I love peasant blouses. I have quite a few of them that I own, and you'll probably see them make their appearances throughout these style personality videos. But for the bohemian woman of style, this is very much a core element of this particular style personality. And let's get into the shoes of this particular style personality. So ankle boots work really well with this particular style personality. Gladiator sandals, I love gladiator sandals. I live in them during the summertime. I absolutely love a good pair of gladiator sandals. Moccasins, wedges, flat embellished sandals. So again, going with the strappy flat sandals that have little beads on them works really well with this particular style personality, especially in the summertime, but more so in the fall winter season as we're in it now. Clogs and ankle boots, slouchy boots, knee-high boots that you can wear with a great pair of jeans or a really pretty flowy maxi skirt or a maxi dress, as I wore today, and you will see at the end of the video in my style inspo for this particular style personality, are all very resonant with the bohemian woman of style. So my lovely ladies, we are going to get into signature makeup and hairstyle looks for this particular style personality, and then I will see you at the end of the video for my particular style inspo of the bohemian woman of style. Hi ladies, so let's
to a quick overview of the Bohemian makeup and hairstyle inspo. I went a bit over in this particular video for the Bohemian style personality, so I'm going to give it a quick overview, and if you have any questions or feedback, you can leave them below in the comment section and I will reply to answer any questions or anything that I may have left out. So let's start at the top with the lovely Lupita Nyong'o. I absolutely love Lupita. You're going to see her showing up in many of these style personality videos that I'm going to be doing because her style is just so amazing and she knows how to channel in to a particular energy and aesthetic of a style type. That's what celebrities, well, a good celebrity is known for. So the reason why I chose Lupita for the Bohemian makeup inspo is because the main characteristic of the makeup look for the Bohemian woman of style is natural iridescent makeup. Now, usually, much like the romantic style personality, you will have a focal point on your face. So, for example, you may accent your eyes, your lips, or your cheeks, but it's never overdone. You will notice when I get into the artistic, dramatic style personality, their makeup is very edgy, it's very modern and contemporary, and they basically focus into every feature on their face. But with the Bohemian makeup look, you want to keep it light, you want to keep it iridescent, and you want to keep it a bit ethereal with a focus on a particular feature of your face. So in this case, Lupita did a beautiful job, or her makeup artist, I should say, did a beautiful job accenting her beautiful eyes with a little bit of glitter and then doing a darker lip. And this particular look works beautifully for the lovely Lupita Nyong'o. Next to her, we have another supermodel. Sorry, I don't know her name, but I loved the natural dewy look of this particular application of makeup. Her skin is quite clean, dewy. There's like a little pop of blush on her cheeks and a smudge of lip gloss and a little bit of eyeshadow, and she is good to go. Notice that her hair is very soft, it's very flowy, there's not much going on, and that is what the Bohemian energy and aesthetic is all about. It's light, it's flowy, it's effortless, it's not too fussy. Next, we have the lovely Nicole Richie. Now, Nicole Richie is one of the icons, modern icons of the Bohemian woman of style. Here she pulls a beautiful makeup and hair look together. If you notice, the focus is more or less on her beautiful warm amber eyes, and notice the colors that she used are very bronzy. It's a nice glowy look that she went for, and then she put her hair in a beautiful goddess updo, and you'll see her appear in the hairstyles for this particular style personality as well. Moving next to Nicole Richie, on towards the right, we have the lovely Vanessa Hudgens. Now, she is another modern day Bohemian woman of style icon. She channels the energy of this Bohemian look effortlessly, and she doesn't just do it for red carpets. You will see Vanessa Hudgens consistently channeling this particular style personality, and it works well with her overall energy and her presence as well. Again, the focus is on her beautiful smoky eyes. Your eyebrows are not defined to the point where it is arched perfectly. Your eyebrows are a little bit thicker than the usual shape of eyebrows. Vanessa's eyebrows look very beautiful with this particular look. Her makeup is soft, it's bronzy as well, and notice that her lips are quite neutral in appearance also. So this particular look works well for the Bohemian aesthetic. Now, next to her, we have supermodel Jordan Dunn. Now, Jordan Dunn does this look beautifully as well. Again, her makeup is quite bronzy. Her hair is simple. It's half up, half down with a little bit of a wisp of hair hanging in the front. If you notice, her eyebrows are a little bit thicker than the contemporary modern style of eyebrows. So this particular look is definitely channeling into the bohemian aesthetic. Below we have Kendall Jenner effortlessly channeling the energy of the bohemian woman of style with this makeup and hair look. Notice that her hair is not a polished, silky, straight down hairstyle. Yes, it is straight, but it's a little disheveled as well. And it's a part down the middle, and she's good to go. It's not overly groomed, it's not overly polished. And that is the whole effortless aesthetic of the bohemian woman of style. She is very natural, very glowy, very dewy and bronzy in her makeup aesthetic. If you are choosing to tap into that particular look of the bohemian woman of style, if you notice, her cheeks are well defined, but they don't look like they're defined on purpose. And it's a lovely bronzy color again, and she has a neutral pop of color on her lips. And if you take a look at her eyebrows are not as slim as Nicole Richie's. Next to Kendall Jenner, towards the right, we have Kate Moss. This is Kate Moss's signature look. Now, Kate Moss is mixing in California dream girl with bohemian inspo energy throughout this makeup. Her hair is a sunny blonde that is tousled effortlessly. Again, it's not quite straight, it's not quite curly. It looks a little bit disheveled, but a strategic styling of being disheveled. And unlike the other makeup looks, Kate Moss's lips are the focal point. So this look would work well for like an evening out in a beautiful bohemian style gown. Next to Kate Moss, moving towards the right again, we have an unknown model that I found on Pinterest. And the reason why I chose her is because I loved the fact that her hair is naturally curly. It's not blown out straight. It's in its natural state of curls. Her skin is very dewy. It's natural, and it doesn't appear that she's wearing a lot of makeup. And again, you can see that she did a little bit of glitter highlight on her eyelids, and she wore a pop of neutral color on her lips. And this is just screaming beautiful bohemian, ready to go to the beach with friends and then going for cocktails after, and still have an effortless, natural, dewy glow to your overall makeup look for the day. And lastly, we have the lovely, iconic Brigitte Bardot, who is the iconic queen of bohemian aesthetic in general. Now, one of the main characteristics of being a bohemian woman of style is the fact that you love to enhance your eyes with a light eyeliner. Now, it doesn't always have to be with black. You can also use a lighter, softer shade of brown to lighten up your eyes but still have it well defined, and she did that quite beautifully in this photo. Notice her hair is not perfectly coiffed. It's has a little bit of a soft wave, and she has a beautiful fleshy pink lip color that pulls this entire bohemian makeup look together. So I would say in this particular photo, Brigitte Bardot is definitely channeling the romantic bohemian woman of style. And lastly, we have a beautiful model. Don't know her name, I'm sorry, but I saw this photo on Pinterest and I just absolutely love the fact that she is also channeling the glowy, dewy look with a beautiful bronzer on her cheeks, and she also accentuated her beautiful full lips, and she kept her eye makeup quite neutral, and the bohemian twist or goddess twist in her hair as well. So this is a overview of the Bohemian makeup look. Let's get into Bohemian inspired makeup hairstyles. Now for the Bohemian hair inspiration, you want to make sure that you are keeping things light, easy, flowy, and unique to who you are as a Bohemian woman of style. So these are just sample hairstyles, but whatever resonates with the essence of your energy with this particular style personality, go with it, because 9 times out of 10, that's what's going to make you feel most comfortable. So at the top, we have the lovely Nicole Richie again, channeling her inner 60s mod look with a bohemian twist. I absolutely love the French braid that's going across the bun. It's giving me a little bit of Breakfast at Tiffany's with Audrey Hepburn as well. So this particular hairstyle is definitely bohemian all the way through and through. Next to her, we have Vanessa Hudgens, who is doing a whole Garden of Eden goddess flowing tresses with a beautiful braid at the front, and she seems to have little pearls in it. So this is more of a glammed up romantic bohemian style, which works quite beautifully with the dress that she's wearing as well. Next to Vanessa Hudgens, we have the lovely songbird Janae Aiko. I hope I pronounced her name correctly. Now, what I loved about this particular hairstyle are the box braids or the goddess braids. Now, I love to wear my braids in the summer. I didn't get to wear them this year, but I might change up my hairstyle towards the winter season as a protective style throughout the longer winter season here in Canada, and wear the box braids. And the box braids is definitely a beautiful alternative hairstyle look. So if you are a woman of color and you are tired of perming, pressing, blow drying your hair, and you want to give your hair a rest while still channeling this particular style personality, go ahead and try the goddess box braids. Next to Janae Aiko, we have the beautiful Jennifer Lawrence, and Jennifer looks quite beautiful wearing this bohemian hairstyle. Her hair is flowing, it's in soft waves, and it looks really beautiful on her. It's giving me Rome Empire energy, but still staying within the aesthetic of the bohemian woman of style. Next to Jennifer Lawrence, I'm not sure who this actress' name is, but I absolutely love this half up, half down look that's similar to Vanessa Hudgens, except she has 2 French braids going down the side, which gave it a beautiful modern touch to it. In the next row, the far left, we have another unknown model to me, but this is giving me alternative, edgy, bohemian woman of style. She is rocking her beautiful locks. I love the whole aesthetic of this particular look. It's more of a monochromatic play of browns and toffee browns and caramel browns that's beautifully worked with her makeup application as well. I already covered Jordan Dunn's hairstyle. Next to Jordan Dunn, we have Vanessa Hudgens again, who's rocking out in a bohemian channeling Janis Joplin, just let it go hairstyle. I absolutely love that particular look on Vanessa Hudgens as well. And here we have the beautiful Queen Bee, who needs no introduction. I love the glammed up bouncy bohemian curls that she is wearing for this particular look, and this is definitely channeling her inner romantic glam bohemian style personality. So there you have it, ladies. I hope that I gave you a good enough overview for you to draw some inspiration from these bohemian makeup and hairstyle looks.
So that wraps up the Bohemian Woman of Style. If you guys are wondering who our little visitor here is, this is my beloved cat Lucy, who obviously wants her chair back. So that is my sign to wrap up this particular style personality. I hope that you enjoyed it. And if you are a Bohemian Woman of Style, or you think you you are a Bohemian woman of style, please let me know in the comments section below. What do you resonate with most in terms of the energy and aesthetic of the Bohemian style personality? I will see you in the next video, where I will be getting into the bold artistic woman of style, aka the dramatic. I hope that you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.